said, I will meet you on the field of honor, Black Keys. I will see you in San Francisco. You go to your tent, I will go to mine. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, whenever I perform in a soft structure, there's always one question that goes through my mind. Why is this happening? Who thought it was a good idea? And how was I convinced that it would be? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. Here's the thing that always attracts me to outdoor festivals where there should not be comedy, is I like to walk around and I like to get a load of some of the outdoor festival dancing that I see going on. There's some good stuff out there. There's some good stuff out there. I just came from seeing the old 97s, right? This is my time! Shut up! And I saw a guy there who was doing like the standard, you know, whatever, like sort of shuffly kind of, I'm into this. And there's like just enough self-consciousness where he knows every third second he's aware that people can see him, right? Like for 2 seconds it's like, I don't care what's going on. And then the third second like, I wish I was better at this. I saw this one dude, I'd never seen anything like this before. This little Asian guy wearing a vest. If anybody saw him, this guy was doing something totally new where he was like isolating his body in these very minute ways. And then I realized, a friend leaned over to me and I said, well, you gotta watch this guy, you gotta watch this guy. So we both watched him for a while and he was doing like these little things. And he stayed on this sort of imaginary track where you just go up and down and then make minute gestures, 1 foot up, things like that. And then my friend said, oh my God, he's controlling the crowd. Me and him, and then started looking at the movements of the crowd, and it was kind of scary how much this guy was like orchestrating what was going on with people. Now look, I was not high. This guy definitely was. And I imagine he was influencing enough of the other high people in the audience. Like he was some sort of high shaman, right? Where it was like, I've taken all the drugs in the world, and now I can control high people. That's what was going on. I finally achieved it. A drug user's greatest dream. I am in charge of all people on drugs. So I would say, if you see this guy out there, and you are high, he is your new master. So be respectful, or he may like make you go into a ditch, right? You go lay down in a ditch and then you are never heard from again. And before you do, you have to write a letter to your parents saying what happened. And are they going to believe you that some guy was in control of your mind? They're not going to. You know what? Your parents are closed-minded. Now, I'm not speaking to everyone here in the audience, but I am speaking to 10 people. 10 of you have very closed-minded parents who don't understand your dreams and aspirations and your desire to do a ton of drugs. Have you noticed that with parents? That they're not so cool with your taking massive... Why are we so different, I say to parents all over the place when I do my lectures. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. This comedy thing is a side business. Mostly how I make my living, I travel around the country, I do lectures where I tell parents to lighten up about their kids doing so much drugs. These lectures are not popular. I do book them under false pretenses. I do say I'm in fact going to do the opposite. People are very angry, but I always get paid up front, and I am gone. This is what is called the long game in con man circles. I have scoped these places out. In some places, I've lived there for upwards of 7, 8 years. I get to know the parents. I'm abandoning that riff. And look, it outlived its purpose, right? It was fun for a while, and then all of a sudden it was like, do I really want to get into the minutiae of the long con where I live in the town for 8 years? You're saying yes, and yet the people have spoken. Will I do some material? I might. We'll see.